Hey, Team Bling. So, welcome to our bi-weekly Team Bling training. So, I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys have heard or seen some posts on social media lately from John Eric, but there are lots of changes that have been going on with social media, especially on Facebook and Instagram. So, if you're not a part of that, if you don't know what that is, I can send you an invite for that so you can be added to that group, and then you'll get notifications when he's posted any new training videos or posted any updates. Lots and lots of things are changing with the Facebook algorithms. So, but the good thing is that you have me, who is an awesome student, because I love to take notes. So whenever I watch those Zooms, I'll watch the videos and I'll take notes, and I'll go back and I'll watch them again and again, and I'll continue to take notes to make sure I'm not missing anything. So before we get started with that, I just wanted to ask each of you if you can raise your hand if you're on video. If not, you can message down in the chat and you can say yes or no. And for those of you on the phone, if you know how to unmute yourselves, you can do that, or I can unmute you. Who has a personal development book that they're reading from? Is anyone reading in a personal development book at all? No? Okay.
I'm eating that frog.
Yay, good one. That's the one I gave you, right?
Yeah, I've been working on it for a while, but I don't exactly have a ton of time to read.
That's okay. At least I just want to make sure that everyone has a personal development book. Tiffany, if you would like one, I do have several. So I can recommend a couple that I have, and you can borrow one if you want. Angela, do you have a personal development book? I unmuted you. Angela?
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, just sort of an FYI for the phone people that are on the phone, she can unmute you, but then you still have to unmute yourself. Just as an FYI. I was reading a book that Liz gave me, and now I can't remember the name of it. I left it down in the cities, but I was almost finished up with that one, so I do need to find another one. And that one was something about being a millionaire or something. You don't become a millionaire overnight or something like that. Really good book, though. Really good book.
Okay. For those of you that do have personal development books, if you wouldn't mind either posting in our team page or posting in our team thread on Messenger, just put the title of the book that you are working in, so that we can, that way everybody, it sounds like everyone is reading something different, and that's a good thing, because then we can recommend and we can kind of share little tidbits from each of those books. So what I would like to start doing on our bi-weekly trainings is starting off with kind of giving a little aha moment from what you've read in the last, since our last Zoom, since we only do it every other week. And just kind of, share a little tidbit or something that you read that really spoke to you out of your personal development book. So one that I'm working on now, I'm kind of working on a couple of them because I'm kind of scatterbrained like that, but one that I really, really love is The Energy Bus. This is by John Gordon. I love this book. This is a really, really great one. We were doing that in the 30-day push group for June. That was recommended by Patrick, and I'm so glad he recommended it. That one's really good. I know that Liz is working on one by the same author, John Gordon. It's called The Soup. That one's seeming to be a really good one as well. So that might be next on my list. Another one that that's my little daily reader, so it's just little tidbits, so it's not a lot to read every day. So if you're not big on wanting to read, this is by John Maxwell. It's called the Maxwell Daily Reader. This literally is just, you don't have to read very much at all. There's just one little page that you read every day. So like for today, it's just this much. There's not much at all. All right. So that's just kind of showing you what's there. So I wanted to just share what the reading in this John Maxwell, the Daily Reader, was for me today. because I think it really spoke volumes to me as, oh my gosh, I have to share this with my team, because it really talks about being prepared. And that's something that with this business, you know, you have to really prepare yourself. You have to prepare yourself mentally and, you know, physically, you know, with having products and things like that on hand, and doing your research and learning about the products and learning all the ins and outs of the business so that you are a well-informed informer to tell other people about it. So I'm just going to read from that really quickly. So for today, it's called Improving Your Preparedness. It says, are you used to winging it? Do you try to fake it till you make it? Or is solid preparation part of your regular routine? If you continually let your teammates down, you're probably playing in the wrong position and not spending enough time and energy preparing to meet challenges. To improve your preparedness, become a process thinker. Getting ready requires thinking ahead so that you can recognize now what you will need later. Create a system or list for yourself that will help you mentally walk through any process ahead of time, breaking tasks down into steps. Then determine what preparation will be required to complete each step. Do more research. People in just about every profession utilize some kind of research to improve themselves. Become more familiar with the research tools of your trade and make yourself an expert at using them. Learn from your mistakes. The greatest preparation tool can often be a person's own experience. Think about the mistakes you recently made while completing a project or executing a challenge. Write them down, study them, and determine what you can do differently the next time you face a similar situation. Focus on solid preparation. So I just love this book. So glad that I won that challenge and I chose this book. So that just, I mean, I really think that that can speak to all of us, because it just really reaffirms for us that we have to be prepared. If we want to be successful in this business, you know, we have to be prepared. And that means you have to do your research. You have to be constantly going to your e-suite, checking your volumes, looking at your team if you have anyone underneath you, you know, going through your documents in your e-suite, you know, and reading up on what the cruise, what the rules for the cruise are. Like right now we have double Ruby cruise points going on. So instead of getting 2,500 points for the cruise, when you enroll a new distributor and they go Ruby, you don't get 2,500, you get 5,000 points, and so do they. So, and right now to get a half cabin, it's a minimum of having 6,000 points. Excuse me. And to get qualified to get a full cabin, it's 8,000 points. So you're almost guaranteed, if you bring on a couple of loyal customers and you get one distributor to go Ruby, that almost would guarantee you at least a half cabin on that cruise. So I don't know about you guys, but I want my butt on that cruise. That's a free 3-day Caribbean cruise. That's not something I can afford to do for me and my husband. But by working my butt off with this business and continually bringing on new, that's something that I have to look forward to. That's a goal that we can all be working towards. And I want each and every one of you on that cruise right there next to me, sunning on the tanning deck and drinking a Mai Tai, who knows what else. So just keep that in mind. Again, make sure that you're posting in the thread or on the team page what book you're using. And remember, for 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to have another Zoom. And I would like for everyone to kind of share that night, so be prepared for that. I would like for everyone to share a little snippet, something that you've read over the next 2 weeks from your personal development book, something that's really spoke to you, something you think that, you know, you took something away from it, and share that with us. All right, so let's get into what I was talking about before, which is with all the changes with the Facebook algorithms. So I know that that can be really scary. And I honestly, you know, at first when I heard about it, was like, oh my gosh, you know, like every time you think you've just gotten the hang of how to post on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or Tumblr or whatever social media, Snapchat, you know, whatever apps you use, just when you start to get comfortable and think that you know what you're doing, they go and change it all on us. So it's like, oh man. But it's just that way with every, you know, business that you're, any type of business, you know, things are always changing, constantly growing. So you're constantly having to learn and grow so that you can continue to grow in your business and as a person in your personal life. So some of the key points, and I'm going to go through this kind of fast. So if you guys have any questions, you can post them down in the comments below here on the Zoom, or you can post them in our thread or on our team page, and I will address them after the Zoom. Okay, so the number one thing we need to focus on is when we're posting on Facebook, does your post have value? Okay, so, and what that means is, are you copy and pasting somebody else's post? Like if you see that I have a really awesome post and you're like, wow, I love that post, she's got a lot of likes and a lot of comments on it. Stop sharing. Don't share each other's posts anymore. Don't copy and paste everything word for word either. Now you can go in and you can copy and paste it into a post, but you have to change up the wording. You need to add lots of emojis. And I know that seems like overkill, but one thing that I've been learning from watching these Periscopes and things with John Eric is that Facebook basically has a point system. And this is the quickest way I can think to explain it to you. There's basically a point system. So when you make a post on Facebook, they're trying to decipher, does your post have value? Are you trying to sell something? So there's certain things that you want to do and certain things that you don't want to do. So, but by sharing someone's post or copying their post and sharing their picture or something like that, that's not adding value to your post. So that means less and less people are going to see it. And that's going to take down your points in the point system with Facebook. Don't share photos. So if you see that someone has a photo, like an It Works photo that you really, really like, take a screenshot of it or just save it to your computer. And then you can always, like if you screenshot it on your phone, just crop it. Go into the editing program and just crop it and then use it as your own photo. Because if you're sharing it, that's going to drop your points as well, which means less and less people are going to see your posts. Are your posts informing people or are they entertaining people? What you want to do is you want to make sure that your posts are entertaining people, because Facebook, it's kind of like, I'm trying to remember how he mentioned it. So it's like, Facebook, how do they make their money? They make their money from ads. So business pages are not doing so well right now because in order for them to get exposure, they're having to pay for that exposure. Facebook loves that. But for our personal pages, in order to be able to run them like a business, we have to make it entertaining. So if you're doing something silly, take a silly selfie. Selfies are huge. They earn lots and lots of points on Facebook. Make sure that you are being authentic. Again, do not copy and paste someone else's post. Even if like we give you, we do have that thread with the scripts that you can use, sample scripts. Do not copy and paste those word for word in a, post on Facebook or in a message. You need to, one thing we learned on that training was you have to change up at least 20% of the verbiage. So you can copy and paste, but make sure before you hit post that you're changing up about 20% of the verbiage on there, and add different emojis. Don't use the same emojis that are in there. So just use those as kind of a basis of this is a good, base for me to make a post on. And then add some, at the beginning, the end, the middle, just make it your own. Let's see. Did you know that the amount of time that you stay on a post on Facebook matters too? So when people stop scrolling, they don't have to necessarily click on it. But when they stop their scrolling and they're stuck on reading your post, that boosts your points too, because that's the amount of time someone is spending on your post. So that's really, really good. If people stop, even if they don't like it or they don't comment on it, but they're reading it, this is a post of value according to Facebook. They see it as, okay, there's something about this post that is attracting people's attention. So this must be a post of value. The amount of time that you stay on the post is crucial. So if you're trying to help a team member, stay on their post for a minute, just for a couple of seconds. It'll help boost their posts. Obviously, continue to like and comment on other distributors' posts on our team, because we are here as one team, one mission. So we want to help each other's businesses grow. You want to stick to about 6 posts a day. Now, I know that we've talked in the past, even recently, about making 10 posts per day. but according to this training and the new Facebook algorithms, we need to stick to about 6 per day. Because what's going to happen is they're going to get lost. People aren't going to see them. You're going to see that some of your posts are not going to get any likes or comments or anything. And you don't want to post every hour on the hour. Now, I know that some of you, including myself, I'm bad about this too, which I have been slowly getting away from. There is nothing wrong with using Buffer or using every post, you know, those apps that allow you to plan out your posts ahead of time. Those are absolutely great because we're always wanting to work smarter and not harder. So I am not, you know, condoning, like I'm not saying, oh, that's a bad thing, don't use those apps anymore, because I still use them. But just use them wisely. You know, plan out your 6 posts for the day or plan out 4. That way you've still got 2 posts open for the rest of the day to make, you know, it a random post if something happens and you want to, you know, share it on Facebook or something. Did you know that Facebook sends out 10,000 surveys every day? 10,000 surveys. And what those surveys do is they ask people, you know, what are the posts? What do you want to see? What do you not want to see? And of course, they don't want to see ads. They don't want to see people selling stuff. So we have to get creative. We have to get more creative with our posts so that we're not constantly, you know, making it about selling stuff. You can post about a product, but tell your personal testimony. Share someone else's personal testimony. And I don't mean share their post. I mean share their story. Say, you know, share a picture of, you know, someone that you know that's used the product and had, you know, huge success, or someone that has joined the company, you know, way before you and you've watched them grow and prosper and become successful in this business. Tell a story, because when you tell a story, what are you doing? You're entertaining people. That's going to bring value to your Facebook post and it's going to bump up your points. And have you ever gone on your Facebook too? And you know how when you're looking at a post, there is, and I'm just going to show you guys one really quickly. There is a little drop box, a little arrow in the top right-hand corner of everyone's post. Okay. So, okay, it just so happens that Michelle's post is the first one that popped up. So I'm just going to show you guys really quickly. All right, so you see up here in the top corner, there's that little arrow. Okay, oop, let me go back. It's kind of hard to do. All right, now you see where I clicked on that and the little drop-down box comes up. You see the second one down where it says hide post. And then where it says unfollow post. For every time someone clicks on hide post or clicks to unfollow you, that's going to drop your points down. So that means less and less people, again, are going to see your posts. So that's why we want to concentrate and make sure that we are being really thoughtful with our posts. And I've been bad about this in the past too, and I've really been trying to focus it more on having a more personal touch to my posts. Because we definitely don't want to lower our points. And you never want to post anything that will offend people. I'm not saying that you are not entitled to your own opinion when it comes to politics. We all know all the stuff that's been going on with Hillary Clinton. Okay, we've heard it all. You know, the Black Lives Matter stuff and, you know, everything that's going on Facebook. Anything that is controversial, anything political, anything as far as, you know, even like a touchy subject like abortion, things like that. Those are topics that you're going to have a half and half. You're going to have people that are going to agree with you and people that are not going to agree with you. You never want to post anything that could even remotely start a debate. Because what that's going to do is that's going to drop the amount of times that people are going to look at your stuff. Because you're going to have people that are going to take offense to what you post. Even if you don't think you're posting it in an offensive way, there's going to be people that are going to take offense to that. So don't post anything like that. Those will drop your points on Facebook. No drama, okay? If you use Facebook as your diary for life, for like political drama posts, there's stuff going on with your family or something, and you're like, I've had it, I'm deleting my Facebook. You know, everyone does that post at least once in their Facebook lifetime. We've all done it. Don't post those things. Don't post anything about drama, family drama, relationship drama, you know, any political stuff like we were talking about a second ago, because this is not going to help you be successful in your business. You only want to post things that are going to help you to grow your business. So by posting anything negative, anything that is a debatable subject, those are going to drop your points with Facebook, and it's going to drop your audience on Facebook too. You're going to get people that are going to block you. That's going to drop your points. You're going to get people that are going to unfollow you. That's going to drop your points. So you want to be really, really thoughtful on what you're doing. And when I say, when I was talking earlier too about the copying, pasting, don't do that in Messenger either. A lot of us, what we've been doing is we'll make a really good script and we'll send it out to several people. And I have always said, send it to like 5 to 10 people and then change it up a little bit. Well, we need to change it up a little bit more instead of just, putting, hey, how are you doing? Have you heard of It Works before? Or whatever little scripts that we give you, like, here's the basis for you. Don't just change the name in the beginning. You're going to have to make sure that you're changing about 20% of the verbiage, okay? And that, like I said, so that includes the private messages. So instead, you can use the voice messenger application. People love to hear the excitement in your voice. Let them hear the excitement. Let them, hear how excited you are about the products or how excited you are about the business. And they can hear your genuine tone when you're talking about it. And if you're monotone and you're like, hi, Tiffany, how are you? Hope you had a great 4th. So I'm sure you've seen my Facebook posts. I'm selling that It Works stuff. Want to try it? Like, that's not exciting, right? Like, nobody wants to join. Nobody's going to want to try their products if we're not excited. So you really want to make sure that you're utilizing that. And did you also know that there is a way to send video, short little video snippets to people? Use that as well. Now, I'm not going to use that very often unless it's a day I got my hair and makeup done, which obviously today I do not. So I am not going to scare anyone with my ugly mug today. But when I do have my hair and makeup done, I will be doing some video posts. So that's just something to keep in mind. So there are some keywords that are being targeted with Facebook. That when they see these words, it drops your points, and it also kind of makes your stuff kind of pop up to them like, uh-oh. Like how, what is it, the CIA or whatever, like when they see certain keywords like bomb and kill and, stuff like that, they flag you and they watch your conversations. Well, some of the things that Facebook looks for are these. Please comment below. Please like this post. Please share my post. Things like that. So instead of saying that, if you'll notice, if you guys want to go back and look at my Facebook profile and look at the last few posts I've made the last couple of days, I don't say comment below. I instead say things like mention your friends or tag your friends below. If you know anyone that's interested, tag them below. Drop your thoughts below, or just say drop your thoughts and put the little arrow button or something. Or you could just end it with thoughts and a question mark. You could end it with what do you think? Or you could also end it with pass this on to anyone you think could use this. Sell the sleep, not the mattress, okay? And what that means is we want to sell the solution and not the product. So when someone says, like they're having trouble sleeping, or you're seeing someone constantly posting about having really bad headaches and they just never get any relief, don't tell them that you have something for the headaches. Don't tell them that you have something for the sleep, okay? Don't just tell them, oh my goodness, like we have something that could really help, or, send them a private message and say, I know how hard it can be. Show them sympathy. Empathy is something that really speaks to people. If you have experience with that, if you've had trouble sleeping and you're trying one of our products and it's been working for you, share that. But don't share all about you. You want to speak to them. So you want to show them thoughtfulness. You want to show them compassion and say, oh my gosh, I know what that's like. You want to make them feel better about themselves. You don't want to make them feel good about you. You do want to earn their trust. And to earn their trust, you want to help them. So you want to show them how can you help them. And they, like I said, they don't care about our products. They want to know how you can help them. Okay? So you need to establish yourself as someone who loves to help others. And that can be as simple as, making posts about doing stuff like that. It's not to give yourself recognition, but again, you want to establish yourself as someone that likes to help others, because then people are going to start to build that trust up with you and say, you know what, when I need help with something, she wants to help. I'm going to go to her for help. I'm going to go to her when I'm having an issue and see if there's something that, a product or something that they have that could really help me, So you always want to be thinking about, what problems can I help that person solve? Okay? You don't just want to come out and say, oh, you need to try this product. No, you can say, oh, I can totally sympathize with that. I used to get headaches really bad too. I know that we have a product that could really help. Like, we have a product that will help to do this, blah, 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 blah. Always post pictures. Don't use, I'm suggesting you can do what you want. It's your business. But what I'm suggesting is stop using the corporate images. Okay? That is not personal. I know that if I'm scrolling through mine, I've got lots of friends that are in other direct marketing companies, network marketing companies. And when I see something that's like a Mary Kay or a Roden and Fields, or however that's pronounced, when I see something that has that logo or whatever on it, and I'm scrolling through and it's just a product, like, it's not drawing my attention. It's like, oh God, there's another ad, scroll down. You know what I mean? So, and we don't want other people to think the same thing. So if you don't like seeing it for other companies, do you think people want to see it with our stuff? They don't. They want to see something personal. So here's a solution to that. It's very simple. Take out your product catalog if you don't have products on hand, okay? Take your product catalog out and take a selfie with it, okay? Take a selfie with it, zoom in on one of the products and point to it, okay? Or for any products that you do have on hand, take a selfie with them. Take a picture of yourself, or, maybe your fiance or your husband or your friend or your kids taking the products. Show that you're using the products. You want to be a product of the product, right? Then what you do on that picture is use an app. Like, I have one that I love because it lets me do whatever I want to the pictures. And it is this one up here in the top corner. It's called, let me see if I can get it there. It's called Lipix. It's Lipix. So it allows you to make collages, but it also lets you put text on pictures. So then you take that selfie, you put it up into this app, and then you can add your website, guys. Because remember, Facebook doesn't let us put that in the text part of our posts. But that's a great way to put your website out there. Don't make it big and bold. Put it at the bottom where it still can be seen, but you want the focus to be that it's a selfie with you and the product. Another thing you can do is you can say, like, let's say for instance, the Greens Chews, okay? If that's a product that you use and you love the way it makes you feel, you've had great results with it, it's a product you're gonna never stop using, take a picture with that and tell that you've been using it and how it's helped you. Because sometimes people don't know. We can just post pictures of New You. We can just post pictures of the Stretch Mark Cream. Okay, Stretch Mark Cream is probably a stretch because that's obvious in the name what it does, what it's for. But with other products, like our greens and the chews, the wraps. People have that misconception that the wraps are a weight loss product, and no, they are not. They are meant to tighten, tone, and firm. Okay, they're not a weight loss product, and a lot of people have that misconception. But how are they going to know without you word vomiting on them? They're going to know by you showing them the products and showing, this is what I've used and this is how it's helped me. This is what it can do for you. You always want to let them see, what can this do for you? Another thing that we were told is something that is really getting popular and something that Facebook has not cracked as of yet is make a Pinterest board. If you are not on Pinterest, you need to get on Pinterest. Create an account. You need to make pins with wording of what I like, or my favorite It Works products, name the board something along those lines, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to post every single product. Take a picture of the product, or you can use corporate photos on those, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to create that pin, and then guess what? You can share that pin on Facebook. And that pin, you can have it linked directly to your It Works website. So Facebook can't do anything about that. So that's one of the hacks that John Eric taught us as to how we're able to, if you share that pin and someone clicks on it, guess where it's going to take them? It's going to take them to your website. That's what we want, right? We want more traffic to our website. So that is a huge, huge win for us, because that is a great way. Pinterest is huge. I have slacked off since I joined this business back in January. And, it's just crazy to me, because I'm just going to show you how many followers I have. I should have been utilizing this a long time ago. So I don't know if you guys can see this. I have 16,000 followers. Guys, 16,000 followers, okay? I should have been utilizing this stuff a long time ago. And, the thing about it is, I do have, I called it For Your Health and Fitness. So you can see that. Okay, I had started using this when I first joined, and I do have 77 pins. And I've got mixed in there. It's not just all It Works stuff, okay? I do have some It Works product posts and links for them to go to my website, but I also have exercises, okay? So it's got some great, ab exercises, ways you can work out at home without any, weights or anything like that. Plank challenges, different recipes, low calorie, low fat recipes and stuff. And then there's It Works product ones kind of shoved in there everywhere. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to make a new one, but that just, shows you, find a way to come up with a catchy name or whatever for that Pinterest board to really grab people's interest, because you're going to be surprised at how quickly you're going to grab followers. And that's what you want, because guess what? That's 16,000 more names I can add to my 100th list. So, and a lot of those people you're not friends with on Facebook. So it's really broadening your horizons for your potential customers and distributors. Okay. So that is pretty much all I have. One other thing I wanted to just share with you guys is, if, I know that you guys have seen Liz post about it and ask you if you have your steps to success printed out. If you don't have a printer, if you don't have access to one to print it out, go back to your business builder kit that you got when you joined, because it comes in your kit, okay? And if you don't want to ruin this one and write on it, and you don't want to have to continually print it out, you can either take it somewhere to have it laminated for a couple of bucks, or what I like to do is I just get a roll. It's like $3.84 at Walmart, I think. Just get a roll of clear contact paper. It's the shelf paper that you use to protect the shelves in your cabinets and stuff. It's like $3-4 for a roll of it. Use that. Then that way you can just use a dry erase marker to use this every month, because we want to complete our steps to success every month. So quickly, just a reminder, step 1, obviously we've all already done that, right? Because we're already on the team. So step 2 to steps to success is you want to grab your 4 loyal customers every single month. Okay, if you get more than that, that's awesome sauce. But you want your goal every month to grab those 4 loyal customers. Okay, and then your step 3, you want to grab 3 distributors and help one of those grab 2 more. These steps to success are totally doable every single month. But you need to focus on this and only this. If you accomplish this every single month, if you accomplish this month, there is still plenty of time for you to go Ruby this month. I don't care if you just joined yesterday. There is still plenty of time to go Ruby. It's just a matter of like we talked about from the book I read from for you guys tonight. It's a matter of how much you're willing to prepare yourself. Are you willing to do the research? Are you willing to get more familiar with the products? Are you willing to put yourself out there? Get out there and blitz. If you don't want to use your blitz cards, that's okay. Guess what? There's a great way you can utilize social media. We always have our phones with us, right? Okay, take this with you wherever you go. When you notice someone is giving you awesome customer service, or even if they're giving you bad customer service, you know, so say real quick scenarios. So someone that's giving you great customer service. I took my Columbus team out for a blitzing challenge about a month ago. We went to dinner afterwards. Okay, and the waitress that we had was absolutely incredible. She was high energy. She was great. She was fun. She sat and talked with us for a while. And I just truly, truly enjoyed talking to her. So, you know, we got to talking, and I said, you know, let me ask you something. Could you use a couple of $100 extra a month and not have to work this job forever? And she said, yeah, absolutely. Who wouldn't? And you know what I did? I did give her a business card, but I added her on Facebook right then and there. I said, why don't we connect on Facebook? You seem like so much fun. I'd love to connect with you on Facebook. So then what you do is you just pull up Facebook on your phone. Sorry, guys. So you pull up Facebook on your phone. Then you just literally tap the search bar right here. Have them type in their name. Okay? So once they type in their name, they're going to pull up their profile. And then they're going to hit add friend. Then all I do is I'll take a screenshot of that so I can remember who that was that I added that day, especially if I add several in one day, which, you know, is awesome when that happens. Okay? Now, if you have someone that's not giving you great customer service, that's also a perfect opportunity to talk to them about the business and just say, you know, I'm so sorry that you're having a bad day. You know, I totally understand. I have bad days like that all the time too. I used to. It's obvious that you're not happy with, you know, where you're at here in your job at the drive-through or whatever, and just say, I would love the chance to talk to you about a business opportunity that could really change your life. Would you be interested in just, you know, maybe having a coffee date with me, or just chatting with me over the phone one night this week? And they'll be like, oh, I don't know, you know, that maybe just depends on what it is. I say, okay, well, are you on Facebook? Let's connect on Facebook. You know, most of us are on our phone all the time anyway. Would that be okay? And if they say yes or no, that's okay. If they say no, then just say, all right, well, how about I just text you then? What's your number? I'll send you a text right now. And then you've got them. You've got their information. So everywhere you go is an opportunity for you to build your business and add more people to that hundreds list and really, really work on trying to grow your business. Now, another thing that you can do too, when you go to the grocery store, once you pay the cashier, leave one of your Blitz cards on the counter right there. So the next person that comes in line, they'll see that card. If there's bulletin boards at your local gas stations, you know, the gas stations or the stores that you frequent, a lot of those places will have bulletin boards, like for where they let people put up for sale signs, like if they're selling their boat or they're selling their truck, or, you know, a missing dog poster, you know, things like that. Utilize those. You know, ask them if it would be okay if you put up a Blitz card, or if you put a couple of business cards in there. You know, another thing that my daughter does, which I thought was just absolutely genius, is she'll take her Blitz cards or her business cards, and when she goes to the store to go grocery shopping, she'll start at one end of the store when she goes in, and when she checks out, she'll go to the total opposite end to check out, so that when she's done, she's got to walk clear across the other side. So what she does is she'll hit all those checkout lanes, and she'll drop a Blitz card or a business card into at least one of those bags on the bag carousel. So it's kind of unsuspecting. People might call you and say, hey, I think you dropped this. I found your card in my bag. I didn't know that. Or they'll visit your website. So it's a great way to kind of sneak that in there. If you're still not totally warmed up to blitzing, that's okay. There's lots of different ways you can do that. So those are just a few ways that I thought I would throw out there to help you guys. So before we hop off really, really quickly, let me show you. Okay, so I just wanted to share this with you. This This is a little book that I love to read little excerpts out of all the time to kind of give me some motivation. So I'm just going to read this to you guys really, really quickly. So this is entitled, No Matter What. There are some things God wants us to get settled into our heart. Do we want to chase after the world's emptiness instead of His fullness? Or do we want our lives to be characterized by perfect love instead of perfect performance? Many people half-heartedly claim to be Christians, believing that because we will never be perfect this side of eternity, that we have an excuse to pursue that which pleases our human longings. Why not push the limits, live for the now, and worry about eternity later? The problem is that we miss the whole point of our existence, the very purpose for which we were created. God made us for the relationship of His perfect love. While we are not capable of perfect performance this side of eternity, we are capable of perfect love. We can settle in our hearts that we will choose God's love and the pursuit of a love relationship with Him above all else, no matter what comes our way. So I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you guys. I just felt like that really spoke that, every one of us, God put us all here for a reason. And God would have not put this business opportunity in your path if He didn't have a purpose for you with this business. We all have the opportunity to not only grow and prosper as people, but as people that are there to help each other and to share God's love. And whether you're religious or not, I think we can all agree that we are in the business of helping people, right? So my encouragement to you is to, if you pray and ask for God's favor. Ask Him to bless your business. Ask Him to show you what it is that you need to do to honor Him and to help others and to really open up the floodgates for your business. Because I can promise you this, when I have slacked off from, really taking the time, even just a few minutes a day, even when the day gets really, really busy and I can only sacrifice a few minutes, I think, I'll notice a decline in my business. And I'm just being completely honest. But when I take the time to be in God's Word or at least read from a devotional, which I have a few that I love to read, especially because they're just like this book and they're just one or two short little pages to read. It doesn't take but 5 minutes to do it. This is another great one that is my absolute favorite. It's called Growing in Grace, and this is a little devotional. And again, it's always one page, some quotes, and a prayer. So if you are a prayer virgin and you're not sure what to pray, it gives you a prayer in here every single day. I just want to encourage you all to spend time in personal development. Find a personal development book that you like if you don't already have one. Continue reading in it so that you're growing as a person in your business and in your faith and in life in general. We need to constantly be growing to become better people. And the only way we're going to do that is if we're growing our minds, right? All right, so really quickly before we hop off of here, I did want to announce that I am going to be having a huge, now when I say huge, I mean huge, epic challenge for the month of July. Okay, so for every loyal customer that you bring on, and I will backdate it from July 1st. So from the 1st of this month until the 31st, for every loyal customer that you bring on, you need to message me. Let me know. I will give you one entry for every loyal customer that you get. For every distributor that you bring on, you will get 2 entries into a drawing. Okay? I have not decided 100% for sure what the prizes are going to be, but they will be big. They will be worth it. Okay? Now, there's going to be 3 prizes. So there's going to be an overall drawing. Everyone will be in it. Then there's going to be the person who brings in the most loyal customers will win a prize. And the person who brings on the most distributors this month will also win a prize. So there's 3 prizes up for grabs. And that 3 different people can win, or the same person can win all 3. So if you're ready to rock out your business this month, you could win a ton of stuff. Now, I will tell you that a few of the prizes will be business building. because I want to give you guys every opportunity to grow your business. So there will be some Blitz cards and catalogs on the table. There may be some It Works gear for those of you that don't have it. And I may actually just offer up a winner's choice and give you a list of options and you choose what prize you want. There could be a $50 gift card on the table. There could be t-shirts. There could be hats. You never know. So I want everyone to work their butts off this month and keep me posted. We are also going to have a 400 club drawing this month, so that's the fourth thing. So everyone that gets their volume up to 400 or more before the last day of the month, we are going to have a drawing. Now that drawing, okay, for every person that gets 400 in volume, you will be put into a drawing. That prize will be a check for $25. All right, so there's a lot of good stuff on the table this month for you guys to really be working for it. And if you are not a part of the 30-day July push group, you need to be a part of that as well. Okay, you also need to let me know if you want to be a part of pushing to Ruby, because if you really think that you can go Ruby, if you want to be on there, our leadership group got together last night and we are putting some tablets, some free tablets on the table for those that go Ruby this month. So we are really pushing to make July the most epic month that we've had yet. And there is no reason that every single one of you cannot go Ruby this month. There is nothing. The only thing that is holding you back, the only thing that is standing in your way is you. Okay? So I love you guys. I am so proud of all of you for hopping on this Zoom. I always love seeing everyone's dedication and your heart. That just shows that you are in it to win it. So make sure you post what your book is. Tiffany, I will send you some screenshots of books that I have, and you just let me know which one you want, and when I get back from Florida, we'll get together. Okay? Does anyone have any last comments or questions before we hop off? Angela, Michelle, anything? No? All right. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for hopping on. And remember, just keep pushing. This is our month. We are going to put Team Bling on the map. And we are going to all get our spot on that cruise. Because remember, this is the last month to earn cruise points. So we get for each one of your personally enrolled distributors that goes Ruby, or if you go Ruby for the first time, you get 5,000 cruise points. And if you complete your steps to success, you're almost guaranteed a half cabin, because that would almost get you the 6,000 points you need to get a half cabin. And we'll all be sitting sunbathing our white booties on that deck. And I want to see you all on that cruise alongside me. All right, you guys have a great night. Be blessed. I will be gone on vacation, but I still will be available, so let me know. All right, love you guys. Bye.